Good to go? All right. I'm not going to say what episode number it is because I don't know what this is and it doesn't really matter. But we have Jim. We have Tasia. We have Kristin. We have Violet, too. You might hear some random, I don't know. Kid stuff. Jibber jabber. Whatever. Well.
You kicking off with an ad?
Oh, I'll kick off with Would you like me to kick off with an ad?
Yeah,
I'll kick off with an ad.
actually.
Oh, ads. Oh, I guess I'll start with that one. Kettle Bros Popcorn. Have you guys had this yet?
This is now my favorite part of this podcast.
Kettle Brothers Popcorn has mastered the perfect protein snack with a mix of sweet and salty kettle corn and a protein-packed drizzle. The newly released line of protein-packed popcorn has 40 grams of protein per bag and available in 3 delicious flavors. 3. Follow them on Instagram at Kettle Bros and use the discount code Froning in all caps for a 10% off the entire order at kettlebros.com.
Wow, you guys are killing it.
Is that
Kettle
good?
Bros.
This is heavenly cake.
Is
That
really
sounds
good.
so good.
It is amazing.
Did you give this to me?
Yeah. Have you not had that?
No.
Bro.
Oh my gosh, Jim.
Wait, seriously?
I'm not just saying this because it's an ad. That
really
stuff
good.
is...
I can't start now.
Yeah,
Well,
if you eat
the
it, you're
problem
gonna eat the whole
is
bag.
you open that bag, you eat the whole
It's
bag.
gone.
Whole grain, gluten-free, no
Like
GMO.
you can't tell. Like it doesn't taste like a protein. Like there's no like they have other flavors that aren't protein,
Right.
but you can't tell the difference between the one that one's not protein, so that one's just deliciousness.
This is
but it's
just
still
delicious.
like even the protein version of that still tastes amazing. I don't know how they do it.
It's amazing.
American made, Alabama, pretty cool company.
I
So
love it.
good dudes.
Can't wait.
All right, ad number 1 out of the way.
Good job.
Dang.
Do you guys ever, like, when you listen to podcasts and they start ads, you just 15 seconds? I do that every time.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or 30 seconds
Yeah, like
or whatever it is.
fast
I just
I always hit the
scan.
little, yeah,
Yeah, so.
100%.
If you're
But-
doing that, I understand. Try to
But
make
I feel like that one snuck up on people.
that one
though.
snuck
So
up. That was a good one. Dre
that
did.
was-
That was
that
good.
was good.
Very sneaky.
Good.
Most important thing to me in my life right now is that the mayor said on May 4th, you can open up like the hairstyle, manicure.
Oh, is that
and
May
all.
4th? You can do
Yeah.
that?
Was on his Instagram today.
Okay.
Today?
I thought the state, they were saying that it was a couple weeks before that was going to happen, but all right.
Go to Mayor Shelton's.
Mayor
Is that
Ricky
his name?
Shelton. Mayor
Shelton.
Ricky Shelton.
Ricky
That's
Shelton.
Cookville's
Go
mayor.
to his page, May 4th.
Haircut?
That's what I care about.
I mean, I'll give you a haircut, Jim.
I know.
I can
won't-
actually
it won't
cut
be
hair
good,
pretty good.
but-
I think we talked about it on this podcast, but
Yeah.
I cut
Yeah.
Ted's hair.
Like if it doesn't happen, I am up for somebody just let's get some clippers out and just do this.
I
'cause
wouldn't
now,
do clippers, man. I can give you a real haircut.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's try.
We should do that live.
Either it goes well or that's the end of the friendship,
Man,
maybe.
No, because I'll just shave it off.
I don't know how to phrase this. I wasn't worried about messing up Ted's hair. I'd worry about messing up your hair.
But we could shave it off.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
the trouble is I only have so much of it, and
I
it's
know.
thin.
I feel you. Same way. And here comes the Trice.
And he has, his hand completely in his mouth.
Hand in his mouth.
That's awesome.
Get your hand out of your mouth. Hey, get your hand out of your mouth. Okay. He listens. I mean, I'm the boss of my household. Everybody listens to me. So.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's enough.
That's
Now
good
it's a
stuff.
game. Now it's a game.
You want to go down?
Violet, go handle your brother. Go handle your brother, Violet.
She's like, okay.
We were
get
just
him.
talking about a
Line.
second ago. What's funny is when your children greet you,
Yeah.
Violet automatically loves you, hugs you, puts her head over on your head, and Trice just takes a swing.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
Yeah, he's ready to fight always. Yesterday morning, I was making coffee and he comes out. You want to fight? I'm like, yeah, let's fight, man. And so he starts just running up and punching me in the leg. Well, I just took my foot and pushed him, not kicked him, but pushed him.
Right.
He looked at me like I was the worst person ever. Speaking of,
Second ad.
he looked at me like I was the worst person ever, and then ran to the bedroom to tell Hillary that I kicked him.
Oh.
Yeah. And then yesterday afternoon, you know the whole key debacle that was going
like
on?
3 days he's been wanting the key to the razor.
Key to the tractor. That's what we have,
Is it
buddy.
the tractor or the razor?
Okay. Well, so he has a key. He wants a key to the tractor.
Okay.
Well, yesterday, we put it up high to where he can't get it. Well, we thought he can't get it, but now he climbs. He's climbed up, and it's probably 8-9 feet up there on that shelf.
Yeah.
And so he got it. I didn't even know he had it. And Greg was out there, and we were in the middle of a workout, and I was like, Greg, go just make sure the kids aren't, I don't know, riding cussed or whatever. So he's like, hey, you may want to check his pockets when you're done. He's got the tractor key. And I was like, Greg, It's a horrible idea. Get the tractor key from him. He's like, all right. So he comes back. He goes, Trice is pretty mad at me. And I was like, okay. And so it's like Tasia when she's like, Trice, you want to trade? I'm like, no, you don't trade, you just take.
We don't want to upset him.
And so Greg was like,
Down?
I took the tractor key, and he's pretty pissed at me. And I was like, yeah. He goes, he wouldn't even give me a high five. Greg put it up on top of the fridge in the barn. Well, I look over, and he's pulling chairs, pulling whatever to try to get the tractor key, and he almost had it. So we pushed it farther back. Well, then he takes the hose out of the air compressor. It's detached from the air compressor, and is trying to, get the key with the air compressor hose. And I'm like, Trice, you can't have the key. So I took the key and put it in my pocket. So now he's running around hitting my pocket. You got the key? And I'm like, yes, I got the key. And you're not getting the key. So he disappears. I'm like, all right, we're good. He comes walking down to the barn with Hillary, holding hands. I'm like, Hillary, what do you, you don't come down here. What do you need? Right. She goes, he said you threw the key in the woods. I'm like, one, I didn't throw a key in the woods. He's got all these fake keys, and we have a friend of ours that they have a bunch of old golf cart keys because they live on a golf course, and so he gave them to Trice, and so he's been carrying these around for the last couple of days. So she thought I'd taken his key and thrown I'm gonna bully my kid, I'm getting scolded by my 3-year-old and my wife because I threw his key or took his key away because it was dangerous. That, and he leaves the lights on the tractor, and it's dead every time we go to it. So
he took the gas can to the motorcycle, the big tall one, and he pushed that over against the fridge and tried to climb up it. So he got his feet up on the side of it and was holding on, and he was fighting. And then he fell, and then he went and got a chair after that.
He's they're all resilient. They're hard-headed, that's for sure. I don't know where they get that from.
No idea.
Not me.
No idea at all. Well, Tasia.
Yeah.
Tell us something. Tell us a story.
A story?
I don't know. Just start it out with some really awesome story about your life.
Speaking of Trice, yesterday when we were sitting in the tractor, he was leading us all around of what he wants to do.
We were sitting in the razor with him.
You do this.
Oh,
for
he's
20 minutes.
Okay.
And then he's like, get out. And you get out. He's like, get in.
Yeah.
We were saying earlier, he doesn't know not that I don't think he doesn't, I guess he doesn't know the difference, but up and down.
Yeah.
And so he just thinks it means something. If you say, well, with Kristin earlier, he was trying to get her to lower the pull-up bar, the kids' pull-up bar that mounts to the rogue rig. And he's like, higher. And she puts it higher. He's like, no, higher. And I'm like, Kristin, I think that actually means lower. And she goes, lower? He goes, yeah. And she puts it down
I think
lower.
I was like, you want it higher or lower? And then Rich is like, I don't think he knows the difference. And I was like, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, because the only reason I know that is because in the truck, he'll be like, put the window up. Put the window up. And I'm like, dude, the window is up. I'm like, you want it down? Yeah. And then I'll put it down. He goes, yeah, up. And I'm like, you want it back up? He's like, no. So confused. He's getting words. We're just not quite comprehensive.
Maybe that's what he's doing with us in the razor, too.
Yeah, he's like, get out.
Either you just wanted to be bossy to us, or you didn't know, really.
What do you want?
Get in.
He just wanted some movement. That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
The best part, though, was when he was jumping up and down.
And hitting his...
And you started putting your hand above his head.
Because he's tall now, so he can't
There's
jump.
only this much space, and he's just like,
I'm like, ah.
That explains a lot.
She's enabling him.
3-year-old.
Yeah.
He was so fired up about his birthday, his tractor. So fired up. I don't think we talked about that.
No?
Oh, man, the video my mom posted was so good because what we did is Dad put the tractor together for him at the barn so he wasn't around to see it. And so Dad came down, brought it down on the razor, and then we put it in the tractor bucket, and I drove the tractor around with it in the bucket, and he comes running out. Is that my tractor? And we're like, yep, that's your tractor. And he was so excited. I felt bad, though, because it was raining all day, so he couldn't really ride it. He rode it for a little bit, and then it started raining. But he was riding around in the garage just doing donuts in the garage because he wanted to ride it so bad. So it's awesome. So fired up about that stupid tractor.
Well, everything was kind of a John Deere theme, too, right?
He had everything he opened was the best thing ever. It was so funny.
That's so
how
cool.
excited he was. With Lake, sometimes she's like, oh, yeah, that's cool, whatever. When let me open the next thing. He would get so caught up in what he was opening at that moment that you couldn't give him something else. So it was good. It was cool.
Awesome.
But yeah, everything was wide-eyed and mouth open, oh, look at this. It was so good. So funny.
Shoot. Three.
Yep. So now we officially, if you talk to Hillary, now we officially have a 3-year-old. Because anytime we talk, I'm like, Lake will be 6 in July, Trice will be, 3 in April, Violet will be 2 in February. That was what I used to say. And she's like, Trice is 2. And I'm like, he's basically 3. She's like, don't you take that away from him. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, though.
Okay, but Trice, if you say, oh, here's our 2-year-old Trice, and you look at him and you're like, what? That's not 2-year-old.
He's closer to 3.
Yeah, so, but I get it. I'm not trying to wish away their childhood, but you still got to, like, when you're, because I'm not doing the whole, he's 36 months.
I know. I'm always
When
like,
people say that, I'm like, I don't know what that means.
After 6
I know
months or
simple math.
after they get a year old, I quit with the months thing because it's just like, I'll immediately go to, it could be August, for Lakeland. I'll be like, she'll be the next year old in July.
Yeah. Basically a year away.
Yeah. Or she just turned. Until halfway, it's like, she just turned 6 or whatever. She just turned 5.
you'd be like, she's 96 months today.
What movie is that? Grown Ups? She's like, she's 48 months, so he's 4. 48 months. Because he's still breastfeeding or whatever.
Oh, no.
Just keep it rolling.
Yeah.
So good.
So
That makes
funny.
me uncomfortable. Not really, but
What is it?
He goes, that makes me
just makes me
uncomfortable.
Have you not seen Grown Ups?
yeah.
Oh, it's
now
good.
that you're,
We watched Grumpy Old Men last night. Have you seen Grumpy Old Men?
I
in a while?
have. It's been a long time.
Gotta
but
watch it
Long
again.
time.
Was it
It's
Walter
so good.
Matthau?
Walter
and,
Matthau and
What's that other dude's?
Jack Lemmon.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna watch the second. We were trying to figure out a movie, like an older movie. Luckily, the kids fell asleep because one of our friends was like, "Yeah, we watched Grumpy Old Men with the kids the other night." I'm like, "Okay." First couple of scenes, you're like, "Okay, this isn't for kids," because there's nothing bad that really, like, you don't see anything, but they just like trash talk each other the whole time, and then the Jack Lemmon's dad is just the biggest pervert ever in the, like, it's
I don't remember that
it's
movie.
so good. The stuff that they say to each other,
Right.
just like trash talking each other. It's not even necessarily like cuss
Right.
words, but just the way they like talk to each
Yeah.
other. It's so good.
There's
So
always
funny.
pressure. They're always saying something to each other.
Yeah,
the whole time.
always. The whole movie.
That's kind of. I feel like that's how your relationship is between you two.
What?
Trash talking each other all the time.
Oh,
like
yeah.
just Dre and Tasia. That's
Yeah.
basically how Grumpy Old Men is.
Yeah. Have you guys actually ever been mad at each other?
Not really.
Like, and
No, I
actually
think,
showed
like,
it? Like,
one
There was
time.
like maybe one time, but
who blew up? You did. You just blew up and were like, Tasia,
No, neither
I'm
of us
sick
blew
of you.
yeah,
up.
we didn't blow up. We
Oh.
just took a minute.
It was
and
just,
then
and
came
it
back
was just
together.
because it was a stressful situation.
Yeah.
It was when we had that, like, how I'm
the
thinking
house
at the
on
time,
the
the
hill.
house on the.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you had to do what?
When we moved into that house on the hill.
We were trying to figure out Wi-Fi, and
Plan
I was being
everything.
cheap,
It was
and
just
Tasia
stressful.
needed to get work done.
The house above Rich's house?
Yeah. Because there
We
was like
drove-
literally no.
There's no
like,
reception
No
there.
reception in my bedroom. I couldn't even like text
Yeah.
or do anything.
It was like a black hole of.
But we needed to like get on the internet and like do work.
Yeah.
It
You
was
didn't
kind of.
want Wi-Fi and you did?
I was like, we're already paying so much, like, for rent. I don't know. I was being
Yeah.
really cheap, and I was like, I don't know. I think we could just use our phones. Like, why don't we just try it? It like escalated a little bit, and then in the end, we're like,
Yeah, we literally were both like, we're sorry.
we're like
I'm sorry. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was literally
just because
just
we're
like
both
that. We're like,
stressed
I'm sorry.
out. So
Was that the house where, like, one of you had to walk through the other one's bedroom to get to the
I had
bathroom?
to go
Yeah.
through Kristen's bedroom
Yeah.
to get to the bathroom.
it was super weird. And
That's
Tasia
kind
was
of a
like
little
up in
creepy
the,
house up
That
there.
house, I just remember that house ever since we moved up there because it was always, I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not really creepy.
It was
like-
creepy by if
now
like
that
I
we're
was
like
home
out of
alone.
it, yeah.
It was
It's got
scary.
a killer view. Like the view
Yeah.
is
It does.
amazing from there.
It's the only place that can see your house.
There's two
Yeah, we could
places.
see.
There's two places.
That's
yeah.
like the only house we could see was your house, which
Yeah.
is really
Our
weird.
view was like all this beautiful
all of
forest,
Cookville
and then
like you can
the
totally
barn
tell.
in the house.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
man.
You can see our house a lot of the times in the fall or winter, but in the summer especially, there's only two spots you can actually see our house.
There was like one time during the winter when Kristen's car alarm started just going off in the middle of the night. And we
Oh
were
my
so
gosh.
scared because the house where it is, like if I screamed as loud as I could, nobody would hear me.
No.
Like
you-
nobody would be able to come save
Somebody
us.
would probably hear you. There's a house maybe 100 yards from there.
Well, far enough that it was scary.
Yeah,
But
my
I don't know
my
those
car
people,
alarm
so-
like kept going
Yeah.
off like over and over
Yeah.
again, and I was like, I had a window that was like looked right out to it, and I was like,
So we went upstairs
Like,
and we're like looking out the window to see if
because it was just
somebody's
randomly
out there.
going. It was the weirdest thing, and then it would
was
stop, but then it would start again. and it just did it like the whole night. Like, so once it got a little bit later, I actually messaged Senior and was like, can you come over this way? He's like, yeah, I'll be there in a little bit. And there was nobody around. It ended up being like a sensor, and there was like snow or something on the sensor. It kept tripping it off like over and over again. I guess it's a common thing with my car or whatever. So.
Did you guys get a gun? Because you were talking about at one point, like, hey, I think we need to get a gun. We're
You
up
don't
here.
need to get a gun.
No, I do not need to get a gun. But we are thinking, like, when you're home alone there, like now when I'm home alone, I still get a little bit nervous, but I'm fine. But on the mountain when I was home alone, I like couldn't sleep.
Hillary freaks out. When I'm gone, we have an alarm system. We have all this stuff. We have 2 dogs. She won't learn how to shoot a gun. I have guns around the house, completely safe from where my kids can get them. They will not touch them. Not one in the chamber.
Right.
None of them are strong enough to pull it. Whatever. She is petrified. She will not sleep. Like, it's the craziest thing.
I mean,
I'm
it's
just like
scary.
I don't know.
And she's got little kids too, which is even, I'm sure.
I'm like, just have your mom, have my mom, have somebody stay, just so you like, don't act like you're like.
Right.
There's no need for you to. Because she gets so mad if she goes out of town. My mom's like, hey, I'll come stay at the house. And I'm like, sure, come on. Here, you want to sleep with the kids? I'll go sleep upstairs. It's good. Keep them in the like. She's like, I can do this by myself. I'm like, why? Who cares? So I'm not.
One of the first
I'm
times.
not trying to be a hero. My kid, like 3 kids is hard.
It's really hard.
So hard.
One of the first times I went to leave home, I brought one of my Glocks out for Kristin. And I'm like, hey, listen, I just want to talk to you a little bit about this because I want you to be safe. And she's like, puts it down, You're
like, okay.
She looks at me and I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, don't forget, my ex-husband was the arms master.
Oh, okay.
Firearms instructor for the Kentucky State Police. She's like, I'll be fine.
I know what I'm doing.
So I was like, oh.
My parents were divorced from each other multiple times. It's a different story. But the final time when they separated, when I was in like high school, I think, my mom used to sleep with a hammer under her pillow.
A hammer?
A hammer under her pillow. She still does, I think, actually. So if you ever try to go after Janice Froning, I'm pretty sure there's a hammer under her pillow.
Janice Froning will bring it too.
Yeah.
So
she's not going to lay down.
I'm like, how do you even sleep with a hammer? Because I'm always hand under the pillow, moving around.
Yeah.
Half the time I start off sleeping with no pillow, I'm hugging a pillow on my chest, on my back, no pillow. That's how I fall asleep, and then I'll somehow randomly get a pillow behind my head in the middle of the night. But I can't imagine sleeping on a freaking hammer.
We should pull our hammer out of the laundry room just in case we need it. We should.
There you go. Put it by your nightstand or in your nightstand.
Well, Abe always says that he locks his door so that we'll.
Yeah, so he's like, they'll
Maybe
get you guys
say
first.
So we'll get murdered first.
Give you some
Like,
time.
oh, thanks. Supportive roommate there.
He's like, yeah, my door's locked. They're not.
But you guys have a dog though, so I mean, a dog's gonna alert you.
Thor,
Yeah,
he
like,
would at
people
least
would be
scare
afraid of
people,
him.
probably.
Yeah,
That's the way ours are. I mean, our dogs are the biggest sissies ever, but they'll at least scare you. Like, there's been times where I'll walk out to the barn and the dogs don't know I'm out in the barn and it's dark to get something or whatever, and I'll walk back to the house and they'll both start just this mean, nasty bark, and then I'll start running at them, and Gipper will tuck tail and run away.
I'd love to see that.
He's like,
Gone. He's like, ah! Gil's kind of like, I don't know what to do. Like, I think I'm gonna go away. But Gipper's like, pew!
But he's all like tough and mighty. Like yesterday when the Coyotes were howling, he was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
He's out there like
acting
first
like he's
one,
gonna do
sitting
something.
there.
Yeah, you stay away.
Yeah.
Don't even think about coming over here. Yeah.
On the lookout.
That was crazy when we were sitting talking to
It
Hillary.
was.
Did you
I
hear
don't know-
that?
Yeah, I
middle
haven't
of the
heard
day?
that in a while. Like randomly, I don't know if it was like a car alarm or something went off, and like the Coyotes just literally start sounding off around in the middle of the day. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was really weird.
It's crazy. Huh. They actually, I was reading on TWRA website that they're about to start allowing nighttime coyote hunting.
Huh.
Yeah, which would be big because that's the problem is they're nocturnal, and so
So do you eat coyote?
no, they're just a pest varmint. Like you just want to kill them because they suck.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Are there,
something.
like, too many of
I'm
them?
all for eating what you kill, but a lot of things too is like they're just overpopulated, so they're starting to like people who want to freak out about us killing turkeys. Coyotes are overrunning turkey population and overrunning some of these other animals. So like anytime any animal gets oversteps its numbers and all that stuff, then something has to step in. So
I've heard people talk
a
about
food chain.
I'm no expert on coyotes, but I've heard people talk about that population when one of them dies.
Yeah.
That they'll kind of take a roll call, and then actually the female will go in heat and have more.
Yeah.
If you start to
crazy.
Pick a few of them off.
Right.
They're populating like crazy.
Crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah, those and hogs. Hogs, you could eat hogs, but coyotes, you definitely don't eat.
I've never heard anybody eat a coyote.
They're a nasty animal too. We actually hunted some of them out of a helicopter in Texas.
Oh, did you?
Pretty freaking awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I want to do that
cattle
sometime.
rancher. He had a bunch of the land and has a helicopter that he uses to check fences, but we went out and hunted them. It was... I'm always like, oh, it was one of the most fun things I've ever done. It was the most fun thing I've ever done, I think, in my life. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Is that I heard a story where Darren got sick or something?
Yeah, Darren got sick and Tia was hunting. She was on the gun. Darren was in the back, so you can only take 2 people at a time. And Darren's about to throw up, and he's talking in the mic. So the guys, and they were on some either coyotes or pigs, and they drop down. Darren gets out. They go back up, hunt, come back. Darren's kind of like,
They just left him.
Yeah.
Have you ever been air sick before?
I was getting a little air sick when I was not on the gun, because you're kind of just scanning, you're looking around trying to help find or spot, and then you just start doing some of these turns, and you're like, oh, I don't feel great. I don't really feel, I never got to like throw up, but when I got back on the ground, I was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't like the feeling of a helicopter because it's so like...
Yeah, it is a little turbulency.
I've been air sick a couple of times to where I threw up.
Really?
In a helicopter?
And it's miserable. No, both times were in airplanes.
Really?
I think you talked about that one time.
The one time was trying to go over the Continental Divide in a little small plane, and the plane was just being thrown everywhere. Yeah. It was horrible. I made peace with God. Yeah. I'd thrown up so much that I was like, just take me.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm done.
I thought my dad died. He was next to the pilot,
you know,
and
that
his head was just over, not moving.
Ugh.
And then I was in a Japanese dive bomber, and for a ride.
Yeah.
And I decided to be in the tail gunner seat, not thinking about it. So I wasn't facing forward.
Ugh.
And I couldn't wait for that to be over.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you just like,
just throw up out of the back.
I just puked.
Yeah.
Even trying to drive backwards when we were in London and we were leaving, there's like a seat in the car that was like backwards. I'm like, that'll make me so sick. Just going, not being able to see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks getting old. Used to not have those problems when I was a kid, you know?
I've always been that way. I always wanted to be like a pilot or enjoy that, but it's always been something that my stomach's not there dealt with really well.
That point,
I've tried multiple times and just got sick and been like, well, I guess we're not doing that.
God's like, maybe that's not your calling.
Yeah. No. Who would win if you guys had to fight each other?
Fight?
Yeah,
Either of us.
I was just thinking about that.
each
Have you ever
other.
even been in a fight, either one of you, in your whole entire life? An actual physical?
No, like in 2nd grade, some girl was like mean to me on the walk to school that day, and I don't know. I think we pulled each other's hair for like 2 minutes, and then we're like,
it was over.
My siblings and I would get in fist fights. Like real ones. Like me and my little brother would like be fighting, and tomorrow Caleb would be like,
you had brothers. Yeah.
Like,
so Tasia would win.
Yeah,
She's
so
been a sibling.
I mean, I put
mixed
up
up
a
a little
fight
bit.
with Zach because we're like the same size. He's a year younger than me.
Yeah.
But, you know, we went at it. I remember.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom being so mad because Caleb and Tamar were just egging us on.
Right.
They weren't like helping. They weren't like, oh, break it up. They're like,
I forgot you had brothers, so for sure you've had to
You know
get
how to
into
fight.
it.
No, you've been beat up, my kids.
But you and your brother get along really well.
Yeah,
like,
we
super
would
chill.
get like sometimes into like little fights, but like when you're siblings, I feel like you say one wrong thing or you like start play wrestling and then someone does something accidentally,
Too
like
far.
hits your ear or something, and then you're like, now I'm mad. Let's go.
Hell
you know?
no.
yeah.
You know what fighting takes?
What?
Strength.
Strength. Ooh.
Tell
Which
us.
brings me to our next thing.
You know, if I was going to get in a fight, what I
You
would
need
want to do is
strength.
I'd get this app.
You should. You know, you guys know that I've been using the RP diet for wow, I'm blowing. I screwed this up. You guys know I've been using the RP app for a while now, right?
Ah.
It really helps me focus on training and not worry about what I'm eating. We've been pretty busy around here pumping out these workout videos on our YouTube channel, which you should check out, CrossFit Mayhem YouTube channel. So if you're trying to lose weight, gain muscle, and improve your performance, search the RP Diet app in the App Store. Use the referral code Froning to save 33%. Yes, I said 33% on your subscription. Don't forget to find them on Instagram at RP Strength.
Here we go.
You guys seeing a theme here? Everything is
33%.
33%.
What is the deal with some of the sales lately
I
being
think
like
it's
37%?
like catchy. Like the number, like
30.
some random number, you're gonna like, I don't know. I mean, that's a third off though. That's
actually
a good deal.
Actually, it's pretty big. You know, like
Yeah,
discount.
if it's $15 a month, you're getting it for $10 a month around.
Yeah.
So I mean, not bad.
That's a good tool.
Yeah, I actually RP Strength. I've been using them for a while now, and I just feel better. You know, within the intermittent fasting thing, we get that question all the time about intermittent fasting and diet and all that stuff. But I actually feel better doing both of those.
That's actually a really good tool.
Yeah.
For the reels.
Yeah.
Helps keep things straight. What's your go-to snack? I've got a problem. I'm really kind of I got lots of problems, but
99
Don't we all?
problems.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Let's start.
Yeah.
Problem number 1.
I cut the sweets out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did not.
Did I tell
I think
you
my
that
sweet intake has gone up infinitely.
I think because the high volume stuff
Yeah.
makes me. I've been craving sugar.
I've been eating cookies.
I'm like,
Have you?
Yeah.
you like finish dinner and then. Well, I was reading this book and it was telling me that like. So we have bacteria in our stomach and stuff, and there's like
I
a
don't.
bacteria.
You may,
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
There's like this bacteria that's specific to like chocolate, and some people have like more of these like chocolate bacteria than other bacteria.
for sure
but
do. I
think I have
basically,
We have a
like,
ton.
Yeah, but it says like if you keep feeding it, so you're like, oh, I want chocolate. So each day you have chocolate. Like they're down there like, woo, chocolate. But if you like cut it out cold turkey, it will like kill some of them, so you won't crave it as much.
Wow.
No.
That's what they say.
I
Because the
don't want
mind,
that.
yeah, like stomach
But now
connection
it's
is-
like after dinner, we're like, my chocolate bacteria is screaming. They're like, chocolate.
I have to have something sweet after I have dinner or lunch. I don't know if it's. I blame
think
my
it's a
mother.
sugar addiction.
I blame my mother.
I know I'm addicted.
My
My chocolate
mother-in-law
bacteria is.
made banana pudding,
Oh man.
and I had none of it. I've been so disciplined.
Wow.
And yesterday when I was coming to the barn, I couldn't take it anymore. It's been about 3 weeks. I went into Dollar General. I bought Oreos. But listen, a whole thing of Oreos
Like-
because I just wanted a small something.
Yeah.
What I really wanted was a little Debbie cookie, but they didn't have any. So I literally, I was so proud of myself. I took 4 out and I threw the whole thing, the rest of it in
Serving
the trash.
size is 3 in Oreos.
So you should have had
No,
6.
I'm just
It was-
kidding. I'm just kidding.
You know, I had the 3 sleeves.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm saying serving size is 3 Oreos.
Oh, really? I
I
thought
had
it was
4.
Pretty
2.
sure.
Double
it depends
stuff
on
is
double
probably
stuff is
2.
2. Yeah. Sorry.
But I had 4, and I threw the rest in the trash on the way out to the car.
Oh,
See, that's
man.
smart.
That's smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I was so proud of
No,
myself.
the way
throw
I
it
get
out.
around that is if I eat it all, it's gone. I can't eat it anymore.
Might as well eat 3
Yeah.
sleeves, right?
I was looking. Actually, it's funny you say that. I
Get
was
it over
looking
with.
at. We were talking about those Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies,
That's what I wanted.
but the small ones aren't as good.
No.
They don't put enough stuffing or whatever in them. It's the big ones that count. What's
Oh,
cool is
so good.
Hillary doesn't like the icing. I like the icing, so she'll eat the edges. So they always put a glob of icing in the middle.
Ooh, so
They're
you get
so
the best
good. But
part.
anyway, I was
Yeah.
looking. You know what a serving size on one of those is?
Half, probably.
A third.
A
Who
third?
the hell
Would eat a
eats
third?
a third
Nobody.
of an
Yeah.
oatmeal cream pie?
That's how they get
Nobody.
you.
Oh, it's so lame.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you ever measured out cereal? Because when you measure out
Yeah.
a certain size of
No,
cereal,
no.
it's like
Seriously.
half of this cup.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's a generous serving
Yeah.
size of cereal, I feel like.
You know how I've gotten around that lately, though?
What?
I don't drink it with milk. I drink it with almond milk. I feel like I can eat way more cereal.
There you go. Well, like a serving size is how much fits in the bowl.
Right, exactly.
And the bigger bowl you have, the bigger the serving size
the
is.
same.
Yep.
Have you tried that Magic Spoon?
No.
You need to try that cereal. It's
is
not
it?
a sponsor here, so but
Magic spoon?
they make like all kinds of cereal, and it's supposed to be
Is it healthy cereal?
yeah, it's like way less sugar. It's
But
supposed
does
to
it
be really
taste
good.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did they have tricks?
They do. They have
In the
like
shapes?
They have a chocolate version, like a
What is it
Cocoa
called?
Pebbles
Magic
version,
Spoon?
a
Let me
Magic
Google this.
Spoon. I thought about you guys one day because you like cereal so much, and I heard a
love
commercial
cereal.
for it.
I could
was
eat cereal, I think, for every meal.
Same.
So good.
I miss cereal.
Magic
yeah.
spoon.
I can't eat
Huh.
lots of cereal.
Never heard of it. Healthy, childlike. Let's do it. We should order all these, a variety pack,
Uh-huh.
and test them.
Ooh.
I'm in.
Yeah, tell us
Boom.
when. We'll be here.
Right?
Yeah.
Win free cereal. All right, we're gonna try it.
We should get like the original version and then the Magic Spoon version.
Oh.
test
Oh,
them
do a blind
back
taste
to back.
test.
Blind. Ooh, express checkout. They got me.
Oh my God.
Apple Pay.
And you have Apple Pay.
Gosh dang you.
Just double
Magic
click.
spoon. Apple. It's the best thing ever and the worst
Gosh,
thing ever.
I need
All
to
right.
not set that up
Thanks,
ever.
ID. I hate it.
But I love it.
But I love it. I don't know what it is, but I love it.
I bought a new umbrella for the patio,
Done. It's on
but
its
it was
way.
just so easy,
Yeah, you're just
right?
like,
You're
yeah,
on
I double
Amazon.
Yeah.
It's done.
You double click. It's on its
Magic
way.
Spoon
2 days from
on
now.
its way.
Amazon's too easy.
It is.
So Magic Spoon, you got it?
Yeah.
Did you get the variety?
Yeah.
So there's all 3 flavors?
4.
Dang, that was
4?
like
4 flavors. Wow.
in under a minute.
You're welcome.
Less than 30 seconds.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You guys are welcome because we'll test it here.
Oh, that'll be good.
Can't wait.
Be outstanding.
Yeah. I don't, I don't mind the almond milk thing now. As much as it pains me to say that, but it's not as terrible. It's good in protein shakes. It's good on cereal.
Do you feel better? Is it changing the way you feel? Or
My
do you...
knee feels great. I don't know if that's from, what we've been doing or what we've not been doing, I guess. Yeah. My back feels terrible right now, but
We're like, but all the other things.
Trade it off
Everybody's
for something
back.
else.
like, I don't know which is worse, but it is what it is.
What's the kind of milk that produces estrogen?
Soy.
Soy.
Stay away from soy.
Yeah,
Stay away
don't
from
eat-
soy.
Drink soy milk. It's not good for you.
You know what? You know how you can test if you have too much soy or too much estrogen?
Oh.
Inside track.
Inside Tracker. Good job.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that coming. That was
Brought
the
to
first
you
thing I
by
did.
Inside Tracker. Inside Tracker analyzes your blood, DNA, and lifestyle choices to give you an ultra-personalized nutrition plan so that you can meet your goals. They just recently launched the new Immunity Plan, which focuses on key blood biomarkers associated with immunity, stress, and sleep, so that we all have the ability to take control of our health in these unprecedented times. Check out info.insidetracker.com/immunitystrength. Link in the description.
I still have to do that. Yeah,
There we go.
still
I had
have
to
it.
catch up. Sorry. I don't like doing those that close together, but we got a couple that we had to hit, and that one we took a little long break from our.
So if I
I like
It
Inside
fit
Tracker.
right
I gotta
in,
send my
so-
DNA thing back. I quit. I didn't do that.
didn't do it either. It's sitting in the
It's
house.
kind of out of sight, out of mind type deal. I'm like, dang it. Did you send yours back?
No, I need to do it. It's sitting on my dresser.
Yeah,
I look at it often.
Mine's
I'm
sitting
like,
on my
"You should
truck.
do
I'm
that."
pretty sure my kids have opened it.
They've
sent-
opened it.
I don't know.
I sent my daughter the Viome test
yeah.
after you guys did it.
Yeah.
She,
Did you do it yet?
I haven't done it.
don't know.
She finished the process
I
yesterday.
need to do
Okay,
it.
but
she
she
did.
did.
I need to
She's
actually
scarred for
implement
life.
some of the stuff and see if
Yeah.
it helps.
I sent her a little poop emoji
Yeah, there you
with the
go.
thumbs up. Good luck.
Good luck to your poop.
Good
She
luck.
said she felt pretty weird walking down to the post office with that. But
Yeah.
Yeah, Hillary did not like taking that to the mailbox. It's in a vial. It's in
Yeah.
a package. It's in and it's not even that much poop, honestly. Like I was
Very little.
very disappointed in how much poop I got to send. And then, man, they don't pay us either. I don't know what we're talking about that. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I was like, Hillary, we take this to the mailbox when you're leaving. She's like, is that your poop? She didn't say poop. I was like, yes, it is.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not touching that. I'm like, it's in. Come on, it's fine.
No, I took it and I'm like, will you ship this today?
Will you shit this today?
It has to ship today.
I can't hear very well. Did you say
What?
ship? Or
We'll
I
never
shit
know.
my pants. You see that old Kmart commercial? You've never seen that?
Oh,
I ship my drawers. It's almost like our In the Can
S-H-I-P,
commercial, but it's ship.
my
yeah.
drawers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like Kmart was promoting. Is Kmart still around?
I like
No,
it.
not in most
not in
places.
Cookville,
I
Yeah,
don't
it was
huh?
like they were promoting that they ship things. And so it was like, I ship my drawers.
Play on words.
It's good. So good.
good.
It's
It's good. It's good.
I feel like this podcast has been one big giant ad.
It has been. Sorry, guys.
It's not been bad. I mean, because
No.
we talked about other people's
No,
stuff.
like I
too.
said, we had the ad at the very beginning, and then we had like 20 or 30 minutes where we didn't talk about ads,
Yeah.
and then I had to catch up on 2.
well, we're totally
Well, we
done.
Got
talked about it
3
in
more
fun way.
remaining, but they're all in house, so we can make those as fun or as little.
What's the
fun.
latest word on CrossFit? Anything?
Games?
Games and all that stuff. Anything?
We've kind of floated the idea. I feel like if it's gonna, this is a personal opinion. I have no information whatsoever, but I feel like if anybody's to get cut, it will be teams, teens, and masters. So we're trying to float some
Really?
ideas. What?
That's shocking.
I know, right? I mean, the hard part is going to be like at some point with individuals, you're not going to have, if they're still having these travel bans, especially from out of
Yeah.
country, then it's going to be the fittest in the U.S., which is still, it's like cool to have some competition, have
Sure.
something
Right.
for people to watch, but you can't call it fittest on earth.
No.
But what we talked about and floated the idea, completely dependent on, travel and how comfortable people are traveling and how safe it is and all that. But we talked about maybe throughout the summer having some of the teams that have already qualified, random head-to-head, like a couple days. Logistically with teams, having a big competition would be a nightmare and it'd be hard, and we don't want to do that. This would be more like, hey, let's have Invictus come out. They've already qualified. Let's have Darren or somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody that I trust to do and keep it completely unbiased and not let Darren tell us the programming, even like we all find out the workouts at the same time. And I know people are going to be like, well, he's going to tell you. Scout's honor, he wouldn't, but it's kind of in our, like, we're just trying to do something.
Sure.
And I want to keep it as fun as we can and maybe do like a video series based on
That'd
like
be
us
awesome.
and Invictus for 3 or 4 days.
That'd be awesome.
And with that, we would be able to do some cool stuff, like go to Bob's, go to the barn, go to Dad's, do some, stuff that we wouldn't be able to do. I thought it might be kind of cool to do that.
Yeah.
So that's
That'd be
an
awesome.
option we are floating. I don't know. Like I said, it's completely based on if we're competing or not, what teams would want to be involved, who doesn't want to be involved. So if any of the teams are listening to this and they want to be involved, I guess we need to start that process and go ahead and start reaching out to some of the other teams. Do you guys want to come?
I mean, we don't
Minus
have
Royce.
Royce.
We'll have to have somebody fill in for Royce, but so that's kind of the idea. Or maybe, we figure out a way to do 3 teams, like always, because you guys are most of the time here and we're always here, so 3 teams would be easy.
That'd be
to
a
do
great
too.
idea. It'd be fun, too.
Yeah, it'd
Just
be
make it
different. Like,
kinda fun.
hey, it's not about, you don't really get anything out of this.
Right.
Get some exposure. We're going to have fun, create some content, and try to just, work out a little bit.
Put it up on the interwebs.
In the internets, on the line.
Yeah.
On the line.
Exchangeogram. So that's an idea. Let us know in the comments, I guess, what you guys think. If you think it's a cool idea. If you hate it, let us know that too. Might be kind of like the old Again Faster rogue throwdown things that we did
I think that's a great idea.
years ago. So it would be kind of fun.
I'd come.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Far travel for you, but
I know.
yeah.
It's about 8 minutes from here.
That's
It's a sacrifice.
We
pretty
appreciate
far. So, yeah, that's just crazy. Don't really know. I mean,
It is
like we
crazy.
said before, it's first world problems for sure.
Yeah, for
like, there's way worse things going on, but it's just kind of weird. In a weird position right now, not knowing what we're training for or when we're training for or any of that stuff. But, hey, we'll be all right.
I am thinking about flying, though.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Well, let's go see my kids, man.
Yeah. Flying or driving?
There's no way I could.
Yeah, you could.
I couldn't
Don't say
drive
no
to
way.
Seattle. Jeez, I'd be.
How long would
Be a
that
cool drive, at least.
Man, it'd take forever, though. I don't know. It takes a whole day to
it
fly
would,
there.
It would take 24
Yeah.
total driving hours. What do you want?
Definitely want to get caught up with them. I feel like I haven't seen them since the whole virus lockdown thing.
Yeah.
Man, it is like
What's wrong with you, bud?
seriously
pouring.
coming down outside. I feel like
Yeah,
a
it was
train's
beautiful this
pouring
morning.
behind me.
Yeah.
Took a quick turn.
All gone.
There's some in this one.
All gone, Trice? Are you sad because there's no more bison bites? Well, good, because we recently restocked and we now have more bison bites. FroningFarms.com.
Oh,
Check
Kristen,
out
don't fall.
sticks, bars, apparel. We got the new Into the Storm shirts, all of that. FroningFarms.com.
I mean, those bison bites are legit.
They are
The
pretty
bison
good.
bites are
those
amazing. The sticks are good, but the bites
jalapeno
are
ones?
pretty
The bites are
incredible.
so good.
Jalapenos?
Yeah.
I feel like we're running out of stuff to talk about because we're not
Yeah.
doing anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like the hard part too is like we're doing these live things all the time too, so it's like everybody
answering a
knows
lot.
kind of what.
It has been like a really weird rhythm
Yeah.
where nothing's really changed. It's
No.
been Groundhog Day every
Yeah,
day,
every
kind of
day.
all over
Totally.
again.
Every day. The only day that's different is Tuesday and Saturday
Yeah.
because we don't really do as much live on Tuesday or Saturday. Well, I guess we do, but it's just
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been
It's
rough.
just different. Yeah.
It's been rough. Yeah.
It's the same but different every day.
You know, one of the cool things to come out of this, so like all of my clients who are business people every one of them have said it's been a cool opportunity just to kind of reorganize, look
Yeah.
in detail at their business.
Yeah.
And they learned tons about. I had one guy say he was really struggling with laying people off.
Yeah.
And he had to.
Yeah.
And then he came back and really started looking at it, and he was like, "Dang it, I should have been laying those people off anyways."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I was like,
as he
people
really
weren't
kind of
essential
refocused
as
on
bad
his
as it
business. So
sounds. They weren't essential to the business or success of the business. Yeah.
there's some good things to come out of it for sure.
Yeah, that sucks, but it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
we're all gonna have to change up, how we attack moving forward, and it's something we're actually changing a lot around here too. Is like, maybe doing a lot more. No, thank you. I don't want your shoot. No, eat that. Is it too hot? Trice is wuss when it comes to spicy stuff.
When
Violet
does the
will
gym
just-
open up now?
Gym will open up. Open gym will start on Friday, and then eat this one. And
This
then,
Friday.
Monday we'll start kind of regular scheduled classes, you dropped it. And then with stipulations, like some of the big things are no water fountain use, no showers, no sharing equipment, wipe down equipment after use. You know, Josh is going to take out a lot of the like smaller pieces of equipment that people won't, you know, they'll say they're going to wipe it off, but they won't, like PVC pipes, the hip halos and stuff like that. If you want to use that, you can bring it home from your house or get one yourself. Just those little things that, you know.
What does no sharing of equipment mean?
Like we couldn't do a partner workout.
Oh. So you need to do whatever equipment you're using, use it, finish, wipe it down, put it
We're
back.
going to limit starting out to 15 per class to start out with. And then open gym, we're only going to allow probably 10 to 15. 10, I think, the first week at a time in an hour and a half block. So you can schedule off an hour and a half
cool.
blocks.
That's smart.
And then what else was there? That's some of the major things. But the governor here has basically said that fitness is essential, which it is. And so I think it is a good thing that having gyms open. Yeah, I mean, you do have the options of, or the problem of, you know, a lot of people in a lot of places and there's spit, stuff like that. So it's just, got to be smart. I don't know if he's mandating that people wear masks or not. That's something I got to check.
I think it said like if you can do it, but you don't have to.
Man, people like, I don't know. It's just weird. You know, the whole mask thing and stuff like that. And
It's
Can you imagine
different.
trying to work out with a mask on?
no, it'd be awful. Training masks, the altitude masks. Somebody,
can't
I don't know. We were talking about training masks the other day. I don't remember. Were we talking about it here?
I think it was on the YouTube
On the live.
Okay, on
Yeah.
the live, and it popped up on my Instagram.
Isn't that crazy when
Them
that
bastards.
happens?
Yeah. And so I'm like, I just wanted to read what the comments were, and some guy was passionate about how good training masks are, and like, I did this workout without it or with a training mask, and then did it without, and it was my time. Like, was saying that he improved so much by using the mask and blah blah blah, and I'm just like, there's zero science whatsoever, but like, it's just, I don't know. It was kind
I
of.
used to use them sometimes on like the bike or whatever.
Honestly, like I've said this, I think, on the live. I've used it a couple times. Like, as soon as you finish a workout, throw it on, and just try to work on breathing and calming down and relaxing while breathing through it. I feel like your intensity drops so much using it. It's kind of like, what's the point?
Because you can't breathe.
Can't
I mean,
breathe.
yeah, you already
So-
can't breathe without a mask on.
Yeah.
Add a mask.
Right.
So
I'm like,
yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't mind trying it post-workout. And
I
just
have one.
I
I'll
have
bring
one
it
too
in. We can
somewhere.
try
I just
it
don't know
out.
where it's at. So.
Jim, you ready?
No, thanks.
But during a workout, I don't think
I'm already
it's-
struggling enough as it is.
I don't think there's a.
Same, me too. Maybe on those workouts where it's all muscle fatigue, so your heart rate's really low.
Yeah, like that one
Yeah.
just a little while ago.
Yeah.
Handstand push-up, toe to bar,
Yeah.
toes
just
to bar.
like your toes bar or your
Dude.
handstand push-ups are getting really bad. Put
Come
this
on,
mask
man.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
At least your heart rate will spike.
Yeah, the bag was upside down
Hey, why have we not done wall balls in forever?
because
we
we've
did
been
a lot of
doing
air
a
squatting
ton of
here.
high rep squatting,
The air squat has kind of taken the place of that.
single arm thruster. I mean, because we're doing a lot of the workouts that we've done for the videos have been based off of Mayhem member workouts.
Right.
/ workouts that people would do in quarantine. And
they don't have wall balls.
Yeah. So when
I was
we're
just thinking
doing
about that, Dave. I
our
haven't seen a
own,
wall ball in forever.
when we're doing our own personal training, I don't feel like doing wall balls because we're
Right.
already doing. I mean, we did 450 squats. Was it 400
A lot.
squats on
We're
Monday,
getting almost 40 every round.
and then yesterday I did another 200 plus with a vest. And so I'm like, I'm good. I'm good on squatting right now.
Probably not.
Which we got to figure out what we're doing for quarantine workout this afternoon.
I don't know what I'll be doing.
Didn't you lose another bet today?
I'm doing my lunge.
Fitness
Yeah,
bets.
For that. I did lose another bet. And so now I'm
Fitness.
2 for 3 of loss.
I feel like you've won lately, which has been good.
I
But
won 1, Jim.
This
One?
today we added Kristin into it. Actually, somebody had a good one. We should do rolling
No.
for the bet. Like that's how we figure out who's the winner. Like do a.
What do you mean?
You ever done rolling?
No.
Where you row and you try to land it on 100. It's like bowling. And so the person's so if you say you're 101 or 99, you get 1 point for that frame, or you're 102 or 98, you get 2 points. So plus or minus, you get a 2, no matter, or whatever you are away. And then you keep up through 10 frames like bowling.
Okay.
And then you get a final score.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so on the
That's a good
10th
idea.
frame,
Guess that'd
we
be
haven't,
more fair
we haven't
then.
done it in a while. But
I mean,
on the,
that'd probably be more fair than golf
so
or
on the
basketball.
on the 10th
Yeah.
frame, on the 10th frame, you get the option. So like, say you hit 100, right? So you get another row. And so if you hit 100 there, you can replace one of your scores. Or if you get a score lower than any of your other scores, so you get a chance to hit 3 strikes in the final frame. But they, after the first one, they don't go against your score. They can only help your score, if that makes sense, because it wouldn't be fair. It was kind of a cool game. It was a game we developed years ago. I can't believe you've never been rolling.
They do that in class all the time, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like for a warm-up.
We've done it for time a couple times. It's actually kind of fun. So like, say your penalty is muscle-ups.
Yeah.
And so you always have to, we made a stipulation, I think it was, you always had to do 3 muscle-ups, right? Because we got pretty decent at rolling when we were doing it all the time. You'd always get 1 to 2, always. And so you had to add
to the 3.
to the 3 every time, and then you get back on the rower and you go to 200. And then you'd stop. Whatever you're off, you had to get off and do your muscle-ups. So it was kind of fun way of doing.
Yeah.
Like get a little bit of fitness in.
A little bit of volume.
Skill practice more than anything. Not a ton of fitness, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So that'll be the next bet.
I feel like your effort this morning was, I mean, I really like you, and you're a really good person, Tasia, but that was pitiful.
I don't golf.
Yeah, but you in your head you were already beat, and you're like, I don't even care. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna have to do this.
No,
blah blah blah. Like
I
putting
tried.
is such a like.
I don't putt though. You guys go
No,
play mini
I
golf
don't
and
play-
stuff.
I don't play
oh,
mini
please,
golf.
you play golf.
I've played
Everybody's
golf
like putt golf
4
though.
times in
I've
the last.
literally putt golf
4
once
years.
in my entire life.
So that's like the 3rd or 4th time you've ever had a putter in your hand. Well, it's true because she was going to use the wedge.
Exactly.
Actually, the wedge wouldn't have been a bad deal with that if you could have been.
I think I have better luck actually with like throwing something at like a garbage can
The
than,
wedge
like,
might have been
Right.
a more equal playing field.
than golf.
Miller just stepped up there all calm.
I mean, yeah, but it's not. There's no real. I mean, there is skill obviously to
Right.
it. But if you're just trying to get it closest to, it's a straight line. Like
Yeah,
Well-
but there's
No, I'm
lots of
not
little
gonna
things
say
that
that,
help.
but the fact that you were so defeated when you walked up and you're like, I don't even know, I'm gonna have to be the one. Blah blah blah.
And the club face, like you didn't even hit it. Like it was already like closed when you hit
like
it and
have
bounced
some
off the wall.
self-respect.
Well, that's the little things that help, though.
Oh.
To be fair, like if you don't
Of
know
what?
anything
Like,
about
what,
it, like
if this is the face of the club,
That's just
instead of
common
hitting
sense.
it even,
That's not.
you
like,
had it like this.
That's not
when
an
you hit
insider
it, so
tip.
it just went that
That's
way.
like
Yeah, but I mean,
her
how would I
lining
know
up
that?
when she was shooting the one day.
How would I know that?
Target's
Okay,
here,
I don't
and
know.
literally, I took a picture, and the gun, like this is the target.
Okay.
And people can't see. The target was here. She is
More
lined
to
up
my point.
like this, completely off left. Like,
Yeah, okay, so you guys are all literally making the point that it's not. I just think
that you should take your time.
The bets?
Think about it.
maybe you and Dre don't get to choose the bets. We choose the
there
bets.
you go.
Okay. What's the next one?
I don't know. We'll think about
Think
it.
about
Should
it.
do a bake-off.
Although you did,
I can still.
We've been watching the Great
The
British
throwing one?
Bake-Off.
Yeah.
I cannot believe she won the throwing one.
Yeah.
Because it was all luck.
I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
But you did. You
bounced
threw
off,
it low.
It bounced off of like 3 things.
I mean, it was pretty
Exactly.
good.
So far,
I'm
out
not
of
gonna
3
lie.
throwing bets, I've lost 2. So, I mean, or ball, something involving some sort of sport with a ball.
Right. Well, if you were going to pick a bet, what would you do? Like, what would you
I mean,
do?
I would pick something that I'm good at.
Like what?
Like, who can hold a static handstand for the longest time with no wall?
With no wall. Well, that might be interesting.
You have to stay in the same spot.
Yeah, you have to stay in the same
Oh, that's
spot.
lame. I can't even
that's-
do that. So
What if you give like a little
A little
bit of-
square.
like a little square?
we're gonna have to tape out the squares. Or you just stay on the Dolomer. Just walk back and forth between it.
Well, what else? What else would you do that's not sports related?
I don't know. I have to think about it. I definitely wouldn't be choosing a basketball, a baseball, a golf ball, a volleyball, a football.
Nothing with balls.
Be an athlete.
I'm not athletic.
Speaking of that,
I'm not athletic.
don't forget to tune in to Mayhem Monday live every Monday for stupid fitness bets
Great.
and workouts. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we'll continue to do Mayhem quarantine workouts for this foreseeable future. We're also doing a free live session with me every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for all the programs except M30 and Mayhem Accessory. All live classes and programmed workouts for Mayhem athletes are provided through the SugarWatt app. They'll also get a chance to do M30 workouts with you and Kristin on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Join us.
Wow.
We're still giving away M30 and M60 to all members who sign up for any of our Mayhem athlete programs. There are no equipment. These are no equipment and minimal equipment workout programs.
It's a great deal.
It's good. We've been doing a lot of fitness. We actually talked about, so we're going to not end, but we're going to, what we've been doing for a lot of the Mayhem athlete programs that compete and what's Rich doing. We've, M60 too?
What about it?
Have they been doing the workouts with us on Mondays, Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been making those kind of quarantine-ish style workouts, dumbbells, stuff like that. We're actually gonna lift the ban on equipment, no equipment, and so we're gonna actually start programming some, these. I'm not gonna say these workouts have been any less of fitness, but some barbells, some stuff like that, and doing the workouts with them in the morning. So it's something I think we're gonna keep for a couple days a week. For anybody who is a Mayhem athlete, you'll get a link to those videos or to jump in on those workouts with us on those 3 days. And then we're going to try to do like a Mayhem athlete webinar with one of us once a week, starting pretty soon, where we can do a Q&A and stuff like that. So that's an add-on and something that we've learned kind of through this process. Would be a cool thing to keep going after we're clear of all this stuff. And I think it'll be pretty fun. I'm actually next week interested in seeing, how it goes over when we're not doing, dumbbell stuff, where we're going to have to get kind of creative with, not creative, but have to think about, how we program those workouts to where, everybody's kind of starting at the same time. They'll still probably be AMRAP-ish, or start every certain amount of time-ish, something like that, so we can all work together. But I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be fun. It's been fun having our, there's usually about 30 or 40 people that tune into those and being able to interact with those guys and girls. And I think it's a cool add-on for them. So looking forward to that.
There's a lot of people that have, done that the whole time.
Yeah.
Like been really loyal to it.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. It's
Timmy
been,
and his 65-pound dumbbell.
Yeah.
Did you ever use it? Oh, was it Trevor?
Yeah. Trevor or Timmy?
I don't remember.
One of those two.
Did you ever do one? With the 65?
60.
A 60, okay.
I'm telling you, my back's just weird right now. I can't. It's not terrible. It's just not right. And I don't want to. It's not worth it right now to do something stupid. Like today we did. I have my calf, this left calf, for the last probably couple months, randomly it'll tweak. It'll just like, I don't think when I was doing the legless, I didn't warm it up right. I'd warmed up my shoulders and all that stuff, but I didn't really think about coming down off the rope and just that quick eccentric, and when it just the plyometric push or land or whatever, I just kind of like my calf was like gives a little twinge and it's not fun. And so on Sunday it was still there, and I was like, I'll just run it out and it'll go away, and it got worse. So I ended up doing a bike arc workout instead of a run workout. And then today I was like, I could double under, and I was like, don't be stupid.
Yeah.
And so did single unders with the Zeus rope, which was actually really hard, surprisingly, for those 5-minute AMRAPs. So it's those types of things that you're like, man, even when you were younger, you're like, I can do this, and then it's just it's not worth it,
Yeah.
We were talking
and
about
it lingers
that.
for much longer than it
Right,
should.
yeah. So it's like, if I could, honestly, this afternoon, I was like, I could run. Just run tomorrow. It's going to be all right.
Yeah.
So I think bike this afternoon and then do some running tomorrow. While Tasia's doing her lunges, talk about fitness bets.
Come join us.
Yeah.
400 meters? Is that what it is? Or
Yeah.
I've done this before, which we've done a lot of lunges, so you should be all right.
I'm not worried about my legs. I'm just worried about the back rack blowing up my lower back, and then it becoming not about heart rate. It's just me trying to my back loosen up so I can do another lap.
Oh.
But I think it's 12 laps will be at the barn, so I'll just do one, drop it, maybe.
12 lengths, right?
Lengths or whatever.
Lengths.
Yeah, lengths.
I think it's 13 lengths.
13 lengths.
How many feet? Let's do this. How many feet are in
So
400 meters?
At 95 pounds?
yeah. Sometimes when it's on my back, my lower back gets blown up. So
Gets blowed up?
gets blown up.
Blowed up.
So then it just will be not entertaining for everyone while I
Sorry.
stand there.
It's 13 trips and about 12 feet.
Perfect.
13 and a half.
I'll be like, we'll just take questions in between if I have to take a break.
That's it.
Yeah,
Just stop and
exactly.
answer questions.
Yeah. All right.
Tasia live.
Hey, Magic Spoon's on its way.
Great. That was fast.
Man.
Yeah.
They're
2
ready to
days.
ship.
1 case, 4 boxes.
I've actually been on there several times to order it, and then I was like, don't do it, because if it's
Yeah.
really good,
Like going back and forth.
yeah.
But it's healthy, man.
I know.
I mean, we have to look at the ingredients to make sure it is.
I was
what's-
kidding.
did you look at
Okay.
I was kidding. It was a complete joke.
I'm like, we should probably check out and see.
Yeah. Well,
All right. I think we're
Awful
there.
quiet. I was just gonna wait and see
we
what
have
happened
about
right
5 more
there.
a little
minutes.
quietness. Yeah, like I said, it's just we're just kind of in the same
Yeah.
rhythm,
The
day
quarantine
in
doldrums.
and day out. It's not much different, honestly, than our normal day to day, but it is a little different.
Yeah.
Like I said, everything that we do is public anyway, so I feel like nobody's missed out on anything, any stupid thing that we've done or anything like that.
No, everything's pretty much been in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what else we should talk about.
Let's just see how long we can sit here and be
Pretty much
quiet.
it. That's
Sometimes
50.
you
That's
just need to
56.
sit with someone.
Kristen's like, yep, I can do that.
It's 56 minutes, so
Oh, that's a good.
Basically
That's a
an hour.
quality podcast right there.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to get done with this so I can start in on this.
You're not
Jim, you
gonna
should
be
open
able
it
to
right
close
now.
the bag
kettlebells. I don't want to be
without eating all of
crunching
that.
in people's ears right now,
Dude,
but
it's so good.
It's
so
really good.
excited about that.
Yeah.
What I was going to ask you about was your go-to snacks, though,
Oh.
because, and then we got off into the cookies, and I don't know what happened. That was like an hour ago. But do you have like a
Like for performing or just like
no,
eating?
like a semi-nutrition kind of okay snack that you guys like? Because I need to stop eating chips, so
To replace chips.
something crunchy.
Do you like rice cakes?
Oh God, I used to do rice cakes.
Okay.
Do you like pretzels?
I love pretzels.
Like gluten-free pretzels and
Ooh.
hummus or something?
I've been
But
eating pretzels.
You gotta measure
but-
out the hummus. Like I don't measure it out, and then I eat like half the thing.
Tostitos makes those, and it's not any better, but whole wheat chips or whole grain chips, and then Jack's Special Salsa.
Oh.
It's amazing. Have you guys had Jack's Special Salsa?
No.
If
Sounds
you've been at
good.
the house before,
Yeah,
I love salsa.
we have it all the time. It's
Is it
so
like the
it's like fresh.
looking
It's
stuff?
fresh
Yeah,
salsa.
That stuff is good.
It's amazing.
I've been eating like bags of rolled gold pretzels.
Just a regular rolled gold.
Just the little ones.
You had the ones
I
with
love
peanut butter in them.
pretzels too.
No.
You never had the peanut butter pretzels?
No.
They're so good.
I've been trying to
You
be
shouldn't.
They're
get
like-
them.
they're
Don't
like-
do that.
They're so good.
They're like peanut butter. They're pretzels with peanut butter in the middle. And I sometimes
Sounds good.
I sometimes take the fruit spread, and I'll take a little knife out, put it on the pretzel, take a bite. It's like a peanut butter and jelly pretzel.
I had a bagel for the first time the other day in years. I haven't
Bagels
had a
are delicious.
I love
Oh,
bagels.
I've been
Toasted a
having those all
bagel
the
in the
time.
broiler because we don't even have a toaster.
Yep.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm
Cream
freaking
cheese
out.
on there, too.
Let's shut this thing down. I gotta get out of here.
I know, right? Yesterday we had some leftover hot dogs, and so have you ever had? And no, it sounds weird, but Five Guys, they have amazing hot dogs, and what they do is they cut their hot dog open and like open face press it, I guess.
Yeah.
And so we had some leftover hot dogs from Trice's party, and that was all that was in the fridge. And so I was like, all right. So I did that. There was 3 of them. Open faced them, broiled them to warm them. Not broiled them. Put them in the frying pan to warm them up, and then took whole grain healthy bread. You know, some of that Dave's special bread. That stuff's good.
So good.
Yeah.
Put a little bit of butter on it after the hot dog was done, and then put it in the pan to let it like kind of soak in the butter and kind of get a little toasty, and then put some mustard and relish on it.
That sounds so good.
It was good.
There's a restaurant coming in right across from Chipotle.
Really? Oh,
What was that before?
McAllister's.
No,
It's a sub
so-
shop. It used to be Ruby Tuesdays, but McAllister's is coming in. Is the one that they're redoing next to
I don't
Chick-fil-A.
think so.
Pretty sure.
I think it's like a hot dog place.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Kristen looked it up the other day.
Well, I know McAllister's is coming in. I thought it was going in there, but maybe it's not.
Well, maybe.
Could be wrong.
I thought she looked it up and it was like all kinds of gourmet hot dogs and hamburgers.
I love hot dogs. It's random, but I
so
love hot dogs.
good.
All right. With that, that's
Read
it.
it.
Wait, no. MayhemMindset.com is still open. Still
Yeah.
taking people.
We're still running that
Going good.
special.
This is perfect time to do it. You know, define yourself.
That's it. Jump in.
Mayhem Apparel, we have the black Praise shirts are back in stock. We have new shaker bottles. Socks should be in the store. This by the time this is released is what this says. We have 9 different hats coming. 9.
right
because we
on.
haven't had any hats. We have 9 coming. Shorts should be released in capital very soon. The ones that everybody's been talking about. And they're in black and blue currently. So there's that. And sorry for all the ads.
A little something
But
for
hey,
everybody.
Kept the conversation going.
It did.
All right. Peace. Couldn't do that again if I tried.